Hi everyone, Mama Mermaid here. I hope everyone's having a great day. I just wanted to pop on here and do a little video about revision, because I've had quite a few requests about it when people are commenting in my in the comments on different things, different pages. You know, I was thinking about this. How can you be a master at revision? Well, it's really easy. It's not that hard at all. Revision is nothing but a very determined statement that you make, and I think it all falls under the category of how serious are you that you want it at the time. Because every time that I've had really good success with revision and seen results very quickly, I have did it in a commanding tone. Okay, does that make sense? I've did it in a commanding tone, even in my mind. If there's nobody around, then whatever I want done, I will speak it out loud. And you can use revision anywhere, everywhere, for everything. Okay? Revision is really just, I mean, it's still manifesting, but it's like, you know, all the BS is out the way. You're serious about this now. I mean, we're not playing anymore. You know, this is how I want it done. And that's pretty much the way you have to look at it. In order to revise something, you have to be serious. It has to be something that you have decided on that you want. Like, I'll give you an example of just something recently. I was watching one of my favorite podcasters, and I had asked a question. Well, they have thousands and thousands of questions on there every week. You know, even though they're on there twice a week, and you put a question in, and 9 times out of 10, it never gets heard, it never gets read. They just kind of, you know, get skipped over. But when I typed in this question, I spoke to it and I said, "You will be read. He will acknowledge my question. He will read my question on the air." And before I knew it, I mean, as soon as he started asking questions or reading questions, mine was like the 3rd or 4th one. and it's really strange because that's just how quick it happens. So if there's something that you want, something that you desire now, say it in a commanding tone and tell it what to do. Give it instructions. You know, if it's something that you're trying to sell, you are sold. You are sold now. You're sold for the price that I have put upon you, and there will not be any haggling, and they will put the money in my hand. So it is. It is done. And you always add those words, "It is done," to the end of it. Okay? I've had so much success with it. I mean, I revise stuff all the time. It's like it's just second nature. So the more you do it, the more you get used to doing it. You really, what it is, you're not taking no for an answer. Okay? You want money for a new car? I have the money in my hand right now for my new car. I expect it in 1 hour. It is done. What you got to lose? What if it takes 2 hours? You're still not going to be disappointed. Just try it and see. Here's another thing you can do with revision. I am absolutely certain I have all the money I need to do blah, 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 whatever it is. And I will see it in 1 hour. And you say it with confidence. You say it with determination. And this is not any hocus pocus or anything like this. This is something that Neville Goddard taught. Which everybody that studied Neville Goddard knows 90% of what he he did out of, he referenced it all to scriptures. Everything he did was referenced to scriptures. So, that's how you become a master at revision. Practicing it. Okay? You don't really have to affirm for it. Now, you still need to do your other affirmations, or whatever you're working on. But this is things that happen in the moment, instantly. And, or if somebody says something to you, in a hateful nature, you can turn it right around in your mind and say, they're apologizing to me right now. They're apologizing to me right now for what they said. They know what they said is not true. They're apologizing. It is done. And just leave it alone. And see if that person doesn't come back and apologize to you. So, you can apply this to any situation. Revision is... Neville said if you mastered revision, that you could pretty much change your life into whatever you wanted to. Okay? And I have read every book that he wrote where he talked about revision. I have tried my best to understand and make sure I was doing it correctly. And that's all it is. Revision is just commanding something to be done. Because we have the authority. That's what most people are missing. We have the authority. We are all a spark, a fractal of divine source energy. The word says that he sent forth his word and it accomplished that to which he sent it. It did not return unto him void. Your words do not return unto you void. When you speak them, they have power. That's the bottom line. When you speak something in a commanding tone, it has power. You don't realize your frequency of your voice sends out into the stratosphere, the universe, whatever you want to call it. And it does not return unto you void. It accomplishes that to which you send it for. Whatever you were talking to. So yes, you can look at any inanimate object. You can claim it for yourself. You can command it to be sold. You can even look at a picture. And if you're trying to get a hold of somebody, you're trying to contact them. If you stare at their picture and tell them to call you, they will. I've done that before too. When I couldn't reach somebody by phone because they wouldn't answer, and I really needed to talk to them, I just stared at their picture and said, you need to call me right now. You need to call me right now. So yeah, I have done that too. I don't recommend breaking into somebody's personal space. But if it's something important and you really need to reach them, that's an avenue that you can take. Now, you don't want to harass people. You don't want to do anything that causes harm. Because I'm going to tell you, everything you do, every single thing you do, and remember this, is mirrored back to you. So if you do anything with hatred or malcontent or in a revengeful nature, you're going to reap rewards of it. So make sure you know that. Make sure you are totally aware, okay? But revision is a very powerful manifestation tool. I don't even know if you would call it a manifestation tool. I think it's just something that we have the ability to do. I mean, manifestation, the word, when you look up the word, it means according to what it means in the Hebrew language, it means to reveal. That's what it means. Look it up. It means to reveal, to, make it known. That's the text, because I was looking it up the other night for somebody who was asking me about, where did we get the word manifestation, and they weren't comfortable with that, and because it's not in the Bible. That's like, Lord, don't get me started. But you're going to find out. Everyone on this planet is going to find out very shortly that nothing is what we thought it was. Okay? Not religion, not the government, anything. Nothing is the medical, nothing. Nothing is what we thought it was. Okay? So go ahead and get yourself braced for that. Because you're going to see a lot of changes happening very shortly. The next few years, you're going to see a lot of things change. Because we have, I know a lot of people don't believe in the zodiac and all that, but, it does have its place. Okay? Everything has its place. And we have moved out of the season of Pisces. And we are moving into the age of Aquarius. Okay, the age of Aquarius is the sign of the great revealing of all truth. Everything hidden will be brought forth. And even Jesus talked about that in the Bible. He said everything that was hidden was going to be brought forth. Everything will be known. So we're fixing to find out a whole bunch of stuff that we didn't know, that we just thought we knew how things were. But we're about to find out. But I wanted you to learn how to, sorry to get off topic. But I just wanted to get on here and talk about revision a little bit, because I know a lot of people ask me about that. And that's just what I've explained so far, is how easy it is to use revision. Revision is just you changing a thought just like that, turning it around, whether it's somebody said something to you that you don't want to accept, you got a bill in the mail that you don't, I rebuke that. That's not happening. Because we have authority over all that stuff. That's what you don't realize. You have authority over all these things. All of it. We have authority over everything. We are not little mealy-mouth, weakened souls. We are mighty. We are created in the image of Source. And we have the power to manifest anything we want. We have the power to revise anything we want that we don't want to, that we want to change. We can stop time. We can speed up time. I've done it. I know you can do it. I'd be late for work and I'd say, no, time stops now till I get there. Time stops until I get there. I don't know how many times I did that. And I would walk in, I would leave at 5 minutes to 8. And it was, granted it was a short ways down the road. But still it took longer than 5 minutes to get there. And I would walk in and clock in before it was time, before it was 8 o'clock. I used to do that all the time. So you can change anything. Nothing in this world is stable like we think it is. It's not. Even, every chair, every wall, everything is bouncing atoms. And they're all moving all the time. Even our bodies. The cells are made of atoms and everything's moving. That's why, you see some of these yogis who have the ability to walk through walls or put their hand through a wall and bring it back, because they understand how to, I would guess you would say, liquefy yourself so that you can walk through a solid wall. It's absolutely possible. Telekinesis, people that have psychic powers. There's just so many things that we don't know and don't understand yet. But it's coming. We will. But I just wanted to get on here and talk about revision and let you know that you should start using revision for any situation that arises that you want to change. Start practicing now. Start talking, whatever your situation is. And if you have any questions, I do coaching, phone coaching and email coaching, and I would love to help you or explain it maybe a little better. I know sometimes I, kind of fall short on the extended explanations of revision, but it's not that hard at all. I really do you know, have good success with it. So if I can help you with coaching or whatever, just you know how to get a hold of me, CoachMarcia.com. And of course, all my crystal jewelry is Marcia'sGemDesigns.com. And you can reach both sections of that website from either one of those titles, CoachMarcia.com or Marcia's Gem Designs. They're all on this. They're all a way to reach the website. So, but that's really all I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to get on here and explain that it's not that hard. You can be a master at revision. And you can totally change your life with revision. And if you need more in-depth help with it, or any help understanding it, how it works, like I said, it's very simple. You're just commanding. It's the tone. I'm telling you, the tone is what is important. When you speak something and you say it, you have no doubt that that's exactly what you want at the time. Okay? You speak it in a commanding tone. You're not, wishing it might happen, or you're not hoping it might happen. Hell no, it's happening right now. That's it. It's done. It's happening right now. I have everything I want. I have the car I want. I have the money I want. I have, and usually it's happening in situations where you've believed in something and it hasn't happened the way you thought it would, so you're commanding it to be. Okay? You just command it to be the way that you want it to. And it totally does work. Like I said, I use it all the time. So anyway, I hope this has kind of enlightened you a little bit and opened your eyes to, how revision does work and how simple it is and how easy it is to use. And I will talk to you more in the next video. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you more in the next one. Bye now.